Welcome everyone to the last outline of this course. This is a capstone project, and in this course, we will work on a dataset and sum up what we have learned so far. So let's get familiar with the dataset. This data was extracted from the 1994 Census Bureau database. A set of reasonably clean records was extracted, and the task is to determine if a person makes over $50,000 or not. So let's see the variables or features of this dataset. The dataset has 15 features in total. Let's have a look at each of them and understand what they mean. So the first column is age, which represents the age of a person. Next, we have the column of work class. This column tells the social working class where people are employed. FNL WGT. The weights on the current population survey are controlled to independent estimates of the civilian non-institutional population of the US. People with similar demographic characteristics should have similar weights. Education. This column tells the education or degree type of a person. Next, we have the column of education norm, which tells the highest level of education a person has completed. Marital status, the status of a person regarding marriage. Occupation column tells us that what kind of work a person is being employed for. Relationship tells us the relationship status of a person. The race tells us that which race a person belongs to. Sex tells if a person is male or female. Capital gain represents the profit gain from the sale of a property or investment. Next, we have the column of capital loss, which tells the loss suffered from the sale of a property or investment. Hours per week column tells us the number of hours worked in a week. Native country represents the country from which a person belongs to or motherland of a person. Now let's see that what steps of data science we will be covering in this capstone project. So on the very first hand, we will import libraries, and then we will read the CSV file. And next, we will do some data cleaning, and then we will handle the outliers, and we will also do exploratory data analysis. And after that, we will do some data visualization. And in the last, we will do some data pre-processing. So first, let's talk about what we will be doing in data cleaning. While focusing on data cleaning, you have to do the following task, which is handle missing values, deal with the duplicative values, and drop irrelevant columns. And in the last, find the typos or mistaken values inside columns and correct them. Next, in the part of handling outliers, you have to do the following task. Check the presence of outliers at first, and then you have to determine whether you have to remove or replace the outliers. And next, in the exploratory data analysis, you have to perform in-depth EDA on the income dataset to gain insights into the data and identify patterns or trends. You can do this by performing the following task, which is exploring the relationships between different variables. And you can also visualize distributions to do EDA and analyze statistical summaries. Next, we have data visualization. In this part, you will create interactive data visualizations or data storage using Python libraries such as Matplotlib and Seaborn to visually communicate insights from the income dataset. do the following tasks, such as exploring the ethical implications of working with income data, such as potential biases related to race, gender, or other sensitive attributes. You also have to determine the frequency of individuals earning above and below 50K in various work classes and occupations that are the features of income data set. Next, you also have to analyze the impact of age on other features. And in the last, you have to investigate whether education level is correlated with high income or not. In the last part, we will be doing data pre-processing. And during this step, you have to do the following task. Determine which encoding technique is best to use on your features, and then apply the appropriate encoding technique, which can be label encoding or one-hot encoding or dummy encoding as well. And at last, I hope that by joining this course, you have learned the data science methodology and how to implement its steps. So thank you so much for joining this course. Good luck. See you next time.